The question of the day is how would you like to own a scan tool that has free lifetime updates, is fully bidirectional, it also is Bluetooth. This Bluetooth sticks to the back of the unit. I'll show you that here in a second. It has 34 plus special functions, and it's compatible with the FCA for Chrysler and Jeep, for example, and also compatible with the Renault Gateway Unlock. How would you like all that? Well, actually, you can look no further because the Mucar 892 BT really shines because, again, it has all of those professional features bundled in this little package right here. Now, we're going to look at the software really when we get inside the car, but for now, I just want to really quickly go over the hardware here. First of all, they have really made this look really, modern, very thin, feels very hefty. Got nice bezels around the edge for protection. And when you lay it on this side here, you can just snap this into place. That magnet is pretty strong because, again, you can even lift the scan tool up with it. So, again, this thing is a real, I would say, a real diamond in the rough. Because first of all, a lot of people don't know about this brand, which it really is just, it's a sub brand of the Think Car or Think Tool line. And so you get that same great support of tools that can actually work with this scan tool here. And additionally, you can expect the software to be amazing. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump in the car, take a look at what we have, and just check the software out because, again, I think you're going to be excited about this one. All right, guys, so we're inside of the car really quick. And what we're going to do, we're just really going to scroll through the software. So this is going to, this first part is just going to be more or less just me giving a quick overview of what's inside of each menu, so you'll see exactly what you're getting, because I think that's important when you buy a scan tool. It's not just knowing that it works, but what extra stuff are you getting? So what I do like about a scan tool is everything there scrolls right to left, and also if you, for example, hit enter on some things that this doesn't dive in. We'll get to that in a second, but I'll show you what I mean by that on the maintenance menu. It's coming up next. Well, in the beginning, you got the auto search. This is just, the auto VIN. This right here is the diagnosis. We got to put it in manual. Let's just hit enter on that and just look at all. I mean, this thing is really, truly worldwide. I mean, you have all these cars that that is just compatible with. Let me scroll a little faster. It's going to take a little bit too long, but as you can see, essentially almost any car in the world, well, I can say any car, but probably 90-95% of all cars in the world, this scan tool is capable of working with. We go here to OBD2, you have that as well if you need that. Sometimes you need OBD2 data versus the actual manufacturer specific software. So there's that. This here's the history. Again, if you need to go back and look at historical reports, and this is where you can actually look at the reports if you need to see those. You can also give feedback. They make it very easy. So if you find a problem in the software, or if you find a feature that you might think worth to be added, I mean, there's many ways you can do feedback in this software. You can hit enter right here, or you can just drag down from the top, and if you hit this little button where you see the little icon of the person, if you click that, it adds a little feedback, a little online help button. You can also solicit or submit information through that. This here is called the Dollar Fix Community. It's a social media platform. I'm not going to go over that in this video because I'll just try to save it because I don't want to make the video too long. But if people are interested in seeing it, let me know. The Moo AI, I will demonstrate this here. Now, moving on over to the maintenance menu, look at this right here. 34 special functions if you go all the way across. And let me show you what I meant by saying when you go to enter. Now here, if you hit enter on any one of these special functions, it just doesn't launch into the special functions. It kind of just, well, actually it does. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about the coverage list. So anyway, the coverage list is what I was talking about. So if you want to know if a particular feature will work with your car, Well, you could just check the coverage list and you can just pick, whatever you want. And if it ends up on this list, that means that it's compatible with it. So again, you can just pick any random, let's just pick a random, I don't know, BMW. Let's pick a Series 2 and pick year. We'll just pick 2020, I guess. And if you look at all, well, you don't even have to pick it, just showing this. But if you pick 2020, really it doesn't matter. But what it's showing you that if it's ending up on this list here, then it is, let me get this right here out of the way. It is compatible with that actual feature. So that's good that you can actually find out easily which ones are compatible with with whatever you're using here. So that said, look at all these special functions. I mean, you got everything. I mean, so many things. It's 34 on this list, but as we'll see when we get inside the software, there could be a little more. So upgrade is just what it is. If you need to update the actual vehicle diagnostic software, if you need to update the special functions, what they call maintenance software here, or if you need to update the apps, like the actual firmware of the actual scan tool, you will go to this section here. If you go to more, there's more settings over here, online services, user manual, which is interesting, and the online code fault library. This is helpful because there's a lot of code you just may want a quick snapshot of what it does. So let's just type in P0300, and if you hit search, it gives you a good basic general explanation, and you can also search that on Chrome, as you see right there to the right, but it also got the AI assistant available. So let's click the AI assistant here, and I'll see my internet is really flaky this morning, so I don't know if it's going to connect because my internet is down. I'm using my hotspot, and the hotspot on my phone, sometimes I don't know, it acts a little bit flaky, but I'll try to demonstrate this another way if it doesn't really go through here, because again, it just so happened that my internet is down right now. So let's just close this out. I'll come back to the actual I guess AI interface. Now if we go here to the coverage list again, you see coverage list modules. Now this is interesting. This thing works with an oscilloscope, a printer, video scope, the TPMS activation module, and also their battery tester. So that's why I'm saying this thing is really professional. I've actually tested it with my oscilloscope already, and it works just fine. So if you want to see a video with this thing working on the oscilloscope, just let me know. I'll do a quick walkthrough with it, and I'll let you see that. But there's that. Gadgets. If you go to enter here, basically you can connect through YouTube, Chrome, Gmail. Let's see what YouTube, let me see how flaky my, it seemingly lands straight on their page. Interesting here. Let's search my channel. I'm going to see, will it pull it up? Let's see. And let's do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull that up. All right, there we go. And let's just quickly just test the video out and just see what will happen here. I'm gonna play this guy here. Play my first one. Worst EGR valve you've ever seen if you've never seen this one yet. Yeah, I just don't have the volume up, how I can hear it. Probably come here and turn the volume up. Yeah, but it works. It works just fine. So there's that. All right, so cool. So you have those features if you need them. Let's go ahead and back out. You can. Oh, that's another thing on the software. You can swipe right or left and kind of go backwards and forwards if you need to do that as well. You also got remote diagnosis, if like through the Team Viewer, for example. But watch. Let me go. Wait a minute. No, I'm looking for the settings. This is what I'm looking for. So if you want to do, I think where is it at here? Here we go. FCA diagnostics. You can do FC. You can activate this for FCA. There is that. And you can also do the Renault Gateway unlock if you need to do that as well. So again, I know this is a little bit long-winded here in the beginning, but I think this is really important for you to see that this scan tool has a lot of features and it has free lifetime updates. So theoretically, this scan tool could last you a very long time and you can have a lot of features and use this thing with just a multitude of vehicles and in a multitude of ways. So with that being said, let's just hop back out here and we're going to get right into it. Now we're going to test out the actual diagnostics and all of that. Let you see how that works. All right, so here we go. Let's hit enter. Connecting right up. Now, I will say I have not scanned a car with this yet. I've only just been testing it on inside the house, just looking through the software, so it may prompt for an update, but it's not. Sometimes the actual VCI prompts for an update. Oh man, I really like the interface. I mean, this looks so nice. I gotta say, I gotta give the software design in terms of, again, not the software is always good, but I'm talking like the visual, I guess the user interface. Because this thing looks really good. I really like how everything looks. And I mean, I know that doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of how well it works, but I do like stuff that looks nice. All right, we're just gonna say USA. Retrieving vehicle information. Yeah, I mean, so far it's React, and I think about as fast as you'd expect. Let's just do system scan. Let's do that. Let's see how fast it goes. And I'll say that it does not have topology, but topology is helpful, but it's not a necessarily a requirement. But again, I'm just pointing that out. I'm not saying it's a weakness by any stretch of the imagination. This thing is absolutely amazing. I got to say, for the price, for all the features, and just the overall hardware, I think, and the software package combined, this is one of the most amazing deals that I've seen in a very long time. That's again, a genuine deal in terms of buying a scan tool. Let's see here how far we're along. Okay, so one thing let me see. I wish it, let's see. Is it finished? Oh, it's finished. That's it. Okay. So it looks like it takes away the thing that's not equipped and only shows you the modules that are equipped, which is pretty good. So again, let's just go straight into, what did they call it here? I think it's the PGM. This is what Honda calls it here. Let's see, please print record. Okay, we can do that. We'll pretend we did that. All right, so this is what I was going to tell you about. When a scan tool has, say this scan tool has 34 plus special functions. If we take a look at down here at the bottom, it says special functions here. I just want to do this before I do anything else. I want to, because a lot of people don't really know this part here. If you click that special functions, let's hit OK. You're going to see more special functions here that are not on the special function, or what they call the maintenance items here on the scan tool. These are what you call typical special functions that are going to usually accommodate a broad range of cars in general. But when you come under the actual manufacturer software, there's even more special functions. And so therefore the scan tool has 34 plus special functions. You can see none of these here are in the main menu, for example. Again, these are specific to this car or to Honda, or whatever. And you go to a GM or Ford, you might receive other special functions. All right, so let's go back. All right, so now actuation test here. I'm doing this a little backwards. I normally go into the live data, but I'm gonna go ahead and go this way here. And we're gonna do a quick actuation test. I mean, you can do all of these actuation tests. Just look at this. And again, I'm gonna try to, I need to go into the body control module to do that, because I wanted to do the windshield wipers here so I can demonstrate that. I'll do that in a minute, but let's just back out. We'll go ahead and take a look at some live data in the grafting, because the grafting I have not looked at, I confess, but I got high hopes here. All right. Oh yeah, I think I backed out too far. All right, so we're communicating. All right, I got to go back through that again and go to read data stream. All right, so this is searchable. So you just type in, let's type in fuel. Let's do Short-term, long-term fuel trim. It's only one bank in this car. Uh, I just want to do, I'm going to try to pick, let me see. Let's do, oh, I'm going to do oxygen. No, what about O2 then? Okay, let's just do, I just want to try to put 8 and see, let's just do all of this. That's 6. Okay, we hit okay. So which the other one should be 8 total. No, I thought it was 8. Maybe it unchecks those. Anyway, 6 is good enough. What I'm trying to do is I want to see how many data peers can we have on the screen at once. That's all we want to see. So the O2 heater actually may not even count because it's not, actually these two here are not even graftable. So let's just go ahead and graph anyway. See, can you even, okay, so wow, this looks nice. This looks just like a smaller version of what you would get on, say, the larger, say, Think Tool Pro S. And this here has 4 data peers here. I'm gonna back, I gotta do 8 because I gotta see, can you do more than, I'm gonna just do, let's go back to, I don't know, fuel again. So it did have fuel checked. I don't wonder why it didn't. I wonder why. Okay. Fuel. Okay, let's go back. This is just me just figuring out the software. I'm trying to avoid doing a lot of scrolling through here. It looks like apparently I have to, so let me just go ahead and do it. Let me just scroll down and do this the right way, I guess. Fuel consumption. Oh, that's interesting. Let's just see what it has. Fuel cut. Fuel pressure sensor. I'm just trying to pick 2, that's 5, 6, 7. Let's pick one. I'm just trying to pick something that's graftable, that's all. Okay, let's pick O2. Hit OK. All right, so we got 8, but 7 of them are graftable. That's what we want. Let's just see what happens here. We hit graph. Okay, so it looks like, oh, you can do 4, but that's interesting that they actually put the other ones off to the side, or you can mix and match them. So let's take off the Fuel City and then type in the O2 Duty and take a look at that. It took it off and just put it right up there. So the grafting looks fantastic. I mean, looks fantastic. And so let's go back at, let's do let's see. Yeah, they did it. Let's go back and do I just want to see something that's going up and down. Let's just take off. I wonder if you did, let's see. Fuel trims, let's do, no, the fuel trim's looking good. Okay, let's take these 2 off and put on these here. Yeah, and it seems to be refresh, has a nice refresh rate. I don't know if it's standard or not, but let's click a graph. If you click a graph, it blows it up. Let's see if you can pinch and zoom. Yeah, it looks like you can pinch and zoom right and left, up and down. So you can change the y-axis and the x-axis if you need to do that as well. So yeah, the grafting is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Stunningly amazing that you can see everything is clearly laid out. The colors look nice and they just pop right out of the white background. I gotta say, I'm used to seeing this, but again, you get all of this in this package. And again, it's a very small scan tool in terms of size, but it packs a very powerful punch. I mean, this thing probably can pack the punch I've seen of $800 scan tools easily. I mean, for sure. Because again, times are changing, things are evolving in this industry. So now is the time that if you've been on the fence about getting a scan tool, is getting scan tools like this right here to have that free lifetime update, so you won't be committed down the line. And say 5 years from now, if you need to, work with newer cars, if the scan tool is working, well, you'll have a scan tool that'll do that. All right, so let me go back out to the body control model. In this column, oh yeah, there we go, body electronic system. There we go. I thought it might have been named something. I'm so used to looking at my GM cars. Let's do wipers, because I think, let me just scroll this up to the window a little. I'm gonna move this up here a little bit. We're gonna wash us some windows real quick. Actuation test. So wiper motor, the washer command, windshield motor, high command, rear. Okay, so we're just gonna do the front. We're gonna do the washer command. And that's what this is just a demonstration. In other words, to say, like, if you're not familiar with bidirectional control tools, what are they? Well, what they are is that you just want to activate a component that a customer has a concern, or maybe you may have a concern about it, and you want to see if that component is working. And what that can tell you is that, are you getting a signal from the computer? Maybe you might discover, maybe think that the relay could be blown, maybe some wire coming from, say, the actual stick right here on the steering wheel may have a fault in it, so you can't cut on the windshield washer and wiper, for example. So you sit here in your car and you test and see if you can cut it on. Maybe it could be the motor, who knows? But you use these things, and you can do it with lots of other things. But I'm demonstrating this, so this is just something for you to easily see. So please select operation, required operation. Let's hit executing. And as you can see, it's it actually, now this car here actually wipes. Okay, so, and I do like that it automatically stops. Let me see what the wipers do. Okay, so what it does, it takes it through a cycle on this car. Now my other car, if you cut on the washer, it just cuts on the washer and nothing else. But in this case, this is nice that you kind of get two birds in one stone here, where you kind of see the wipers working and you see the washer working at the same time. Now, and I also like that it automatically stops and actually parks the blades, which is pretty cool. So we can hit exit here. Now let's just go to windshield wiper motor low command. Let's do that. Again, if you wanted to just to test the wiper by itself, just hit execute in here. This function, okay, so it's not supported on this vehicle here. So that's no fault of the software. Not supported on this vehicle. Okay, so what it is that the windshield washer command in this car apparently is for the wiper and for the washer, which is pretty cool. So there's that. So anyway, this here has been the MooCar. Let's hit back. This here said, please exit current function first. Okay. All right. Would you like to end that? Yes, let's end the diagnostic session. Anyway, so this here has been the MooCar 892 BT. This scan tool here gets my highest recommendation, and I can't say much more about it. Now, one thing I did forget to talk about was the AI component I want to talk about. So let me go ahead and do that before I end this video. So we go to, this is it here, the Moo AI. If we hit enter, as you can see, I've already talked to it. So I asked it P0420 common symptoms, and it gives you a list, and you can ask it more questions, because AI, I don't know if you're familiar with AI, but sort of more you talk to it, the more you ask it questions, the more it can kind of put stuff together. Also, if you look up here at the top where it says Moo AI, and you go to the left, the right, you'll see an arrow here. You can actually expand this to be full screen if you want. There's a little plus sign. So what happens is, if you want to start a new conversation, you can start a new conversation. And if you even go further to the right again, you click this little button here, you can actually view your last several conversations. So you can actually take a conversation and talk about one particular thing, and then save that conversation, start another conversation, so you won't have all that information jumbled up, so you have a more focused conversation. So let me see, is my internet working good enough here? Because again, if I can't get this to go through, it's because my house internet is not working. And for some reason, the hotspot on my phone is acting really weird. So let me just type in symptoms of, what is it? Let's do P0300. It's a good old random misfire. Let's see what happens here. And there you go. It gives you, again, you can ask it more stuff as well. I'm just giving you a demonstration here. So if you're going to say, let's just say, if you wanted to just, what would be a good follow-up question to this to ask? Let's just say, suppose I see none of these symptoms. What electrical issues, I spelled that wrong anyway, I could test. Let's see what happened when you say this. I'm just making up something here if you're not experienced. Okay, so it's giving you some things to check, like ignition coils, ignition system, ignition wires. So, test the batteries, voltage, test for proper flow and pressure. So again, it kind of gives you, it basically, AI, if you think about it, is just a more sophisticated search engine because it's a lot more. For example, if you search P0420 on Google, it's going to just give you a lot of websites. It's not going to give you like focused information like this here is given. So anyway, that's the AI component. I feel like it's at least handy. Again, I've used it at home. I've used it at work. I'm talking about AI in general. And it does, again, offer, again, it's not going to be all end all, at least at this point in life, but it does help quite a bit. I've used it from multiple facets. So anyway, this here has been the Mookar. This right here is the 892. This is 892 BT. And there's not much more to say other than that. This thing gets my highest recommendation. It's awesome. It's very modern looking. It has a nice visual aesthetic to the hardware, a nice visual aesthetic to the software. And I am sure that you'll be quite pleased if you got your hands on one of these.